The man is facing 60 plus years, has $1 million bond, and he can't use his fundraiser money to bond out? That's the real triple crown. Boy, it don't get no better than that. When I say God is good, God is good. And if all that don't feel good, don't make you feel better, guess what else happened? That man was escorted in that courtroom by a brother. I love this. I love this. You know one thing about them tables gonna turn. One thing about the universe, the energy that you put out is the energy you shall receive. You went online, tried to get your moment of fame, racial slurs, derogatory remarks, all this and all that hooting and hollering. Now look at you. You getting escorted in a courtroom by a brother telling you what to do. Look at that brother holding it down, doing his job, being an outstanding citizen. You see how he enforcing the law, doing his job. You see all that passion in there telling that man where to go? And to whoever the prosecutor is, please do it for Lil Saint. That's all we ask.
Hello, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to this channel or if it's your first time coming across this channel today, can you remember to push the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and also remember to share it around, because the topic that you're about to talk about today is really crazy because it really blew up so fast, yeah? And the reactions that are outside here are really wilding out, man. Yeah, guys. So before we get back to our videos, can you remember to push the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and also share it around.
You know, a question that needs to be asked that I haven't heard asked yet, it might be out there, but I haven't heard it asked yet, is who the fuck was watching this Chud the Builder stream? Like, who was watching that on a regular basis? Like, how many people did he have as average viewers? And, like, who were they? Who was watching that as, like, a form of entertainment, honestly?
You know what I find interesting about this Chud the Builder situation? Where are all the white men? Right? Like all these times, he very clearly showed where he was at every single time. On camera, in front of businesses, where are all the white men that can handle him? If there was a dude like that walking around where I live doing that kind of shit, I have some friends and we show up to wherever he was on his live stream. Meanwhile, he's out here just being violent, explicitly towards black people, trying to get a reaction and then victimize himself. White men, if you got people like that in your city going around and doing shit like that.
I'm about to tell you what racist white people hate even more than black people. They hate other white people who don't like to participate in racism. Because it's this weird unsaid thing that people will act like they're not racist until they get around other white people. And then that kind of racist rhetoric will start to come out. This guy approaches this older white man, and you can see that he assumes that he's racist. He drops a hint that he says the N-word. He says they trying to limit his freedom of speech. Like, you know, he gives him, oh, God bless you, and all these things when he first meet him. But when he finds out he's not racist, plot twist.
How's it going, sir? God bless you. How you doing? I'm doing all right. You're the guy, you own the honky tonk? Nope, I'm just one of the folks who work here. They won't let me in here. They won't. Why not? Because I said the N-word on the internet. Now they say I'm just an un-American person because I believe in freedom of speech. Isn't that crazy? Well, considering that two of my boys are black, I can understand that. Why does that matter? It does. I don't like it. This is good.
So guys, today we really need to talk about this Chud the Builder situation, yeah? This guy has been receiving merciless roasting outside here. As we speak, this guy is in a case for attempt of murder that he termed as self-defense. Yeah. So for those who don't know Chud the Builder, this guy is a streamer, an online in real life streamer. He goes around doing content, and you know, the media really likes appreciating mediocrity. This guy is a racist, a white man who goes around being racist around black people who don't even provoke them. And whenever this guy is not given any backup supports, he tend to rage about it. Yeah. So Chud the Builder goes around making content and videos, calling black Americans, or rather black people, the N-word, and also using words like chimpanzee on them. Whenever he's outside, you would see videos of him saying, "Why are you chimping out?" All that. Yeah. And this is extra wrong for someone to do this, and also for the social media to really appreciate or award this kind of mediocrity. Yeah, that's the world we're living in right now. We have content creators going around talking really bad about other communities. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to play these videos for you, and as I come back at the end with my commentaries.
I'm about to play the video, but the racist streamer Chud the Builder has been hit with a $1.25 million bail, and it looked like bro's about to cry.
$1.25 million. Based upon the fact of how many people were in the courtyard, were here at the courthouse, and the seriousness of all these felonies.
That man is cooked for multiple reasons. Even lawyers agree. Because pause to read, in Tennessee, you cannot purposely provoke people so that you can use self-defense when they react. Not only was there witnesses to show that he started it, but there's multiple evidence and videos online showing that he admits, yes, I antagonize black people and try to get them to fight me so I can use my firearm. Which again, he's been exposed for not only being pegged by black women, but also dating black trans women. So not only that, he was out on bond, and his bond said that he wasn't supposed to have a firearm. Y'all talking about some, name calling and harassment don't mean putting your hands on somebody. Well, in Tennessee, if you do that and they punch you, you can't just pop them. Especially when you're live streaming and admitting to fans every single day that you're going to go try to get somebody to fight you in order for you to use your firearm. That's premeditated.
Hey man, how do y'all feel about Chud the Builder? Okay, he's the guy that literally goes out and rage baits people, tries to piss them off, and then the second they start to do something about it, he pulls up his shirt, you know, like he's strapped and all that, and starts showing his concealed carry, and then he's like, what's wrong? And he tells this one dude, apparently, you gonna chimp out now, bro, or something along those lines, and so dude just starts wailing on him, and he goes to pull that strap out, accidentally pops himself, and he's asking the paramedics, he's like, did I just graze, or did I actually do it? And he's like, nah, it penetrated, it's in there. I'm sorry, man. I don't mean to laugh. Okay, not funny. I just want to give my 2 cents on it, and I'm kind of glad it happened, dude. He refused to pay his bill. He's recording. They're asking him to leave. You're on private property. You need to leave. He owes like $300 something. He's just trying to get a free meal out of it or whatever. His whole base of people that follow him is because he antagonizes people until they snap, and then shows him the weapon like he's somebody or something like that. I don't know, man. I feel like that's weak. I got no problem with him capping himself. No.
Chud the Builder's baby mom is changing the name of the baby because he is a junior. And this only adds to another string of very comedic downfalls of really shitty people. Like, Chud the Builder is notoriously fucked. Like, again, we know he's got a $1.25 million bail. He can't use any of the GoFundMe money for it. There's an affidavit that says he pulled the gun first. Like, this guy is going up the road for a long time, and we better hope they have a lot of Vaseline for what they're going to do to him. But also, it just kind of highlights how stupid this was from the beginning. Like, you are a father, and this is how you act, knowing you have a family, knowing you have a child. This is how you represent yourself. No, it's like a really, really stupid situation. And the more I learn about it, the more and more I don't feel bad for this guy. Because you mean to tell me you went doing this stuff knowing that this is the legacy you're going to leave for your child? Oh, nah. Throw him under the jail. Throw him under the jail, lock away the key, and give him some serum so he lives forever and can never get...
We have some updates regarding racist trash bag Chud the Builder, who is facing attempted murder charges in Tennessee after shooting a 31-year-old Army veteran named Joshua Fox in Clarksville. Now, Chud's real name is Dalton Etherly, and during yesterday's hearing, prosecutors said that not only was body armor discovered as part of the investigation, they also discovered a one-way ticket to Istanbul, not Constantinople, Turkey, and if you get that reference, we can be friends. They also discovered social media posts mentioning things like going free and riots in the street. It's like Chud wants to be his own little Kyle Rittenhouse. The case has now been officially bound over to the grand jury, meaning that prosecutors believe there is enough evidence for the case to move forward in circuit court. Etherly's bond was lowered from $1.25 million down to $1 million, though the judge did stress the seriousness of the charges and said that in the event he posts bond, he'll be wearing a GPS monitoring device and there will be restrictions on social media activity. Investigators also testified that surveillance video allegedly showed Etherly approaching another man with a selfie stick outside the Montgomery County Courthouse before walking away. The defense claims the other man then grabbed Etherly and placed him in a headlock before shots were fired. Authorities say the victim suffered gunshot wounds and had to be airlifted to Vanderbilt due to concerns about internal bleeding. Oh, and Etherly was also shot by himself on accident because apparently he doesn't understand how firearms work. Prosecutors also argued that Etherly built an online following by provoking confrontations in public for views, attention, and money through inflammatory live streams filmed across Tennessee. Anyway, this is one that we are following closely. I'm a Tennessee resident. There is a lot of misinformation out there on this case, so if you want the accurate details and not the racist fan fiction that people are trying to put out there, make sure you hit that follow button for updates.
The reason why Chud is so angry is the same reason why the far right uses the term race traitor. And it's because if you're a white person and you marry a person of color, you're going to have, children, grandchildren, maybe your children's friend, also your children's friend, your lifelong friends, etc., who are also people of color. And when those are your family members, you are forced to look at life differently, and you are forced to look at life through their eyes and how different it is. And even though you may not experience racism personally, it's still personal to you. So when that happens, other racists lose safe spaces to express their racism in private. And you see that when Chud was streaming and he goes to this, this bar guy, and he sees an older white man wearing a cowboy hat, and they're in Tennessee. And he soft launches his racism. He goes, "Oh, these bars, they won't let me in because I say the N-word, but I'm using my free speech." And then the guy, he goes, "Well, 2 of my boys are black, so I understand why they don't want you to say that." Is that where, especially nowadays, you really can't tell by looking at someone whether or not they have people of color in their family. And it's this resentment and frustration. And I think why he's so openly angry and mad that he just can't go around and say anything to anyone because you really don't know. And especially even though we had like a bump like a year or 2 years ago, we're back on track to you can't say that.
I knew this day would come and I'm about to go celebrate. I knew it would come. For those of you who don't know who he is, he goes around calling black people nigga, and then when they react, he says they're chimping out, and he has freedom of speech. And he ran into one who did something to him. Then he ended up shooting the guy, but he shot himself in the process. You can't, listen, I know some of y'all are claiming self-defense. In certain states, you can't go around provoking people and then claim self-defense that you can't. All right. I knew this was going to come. I knew this was going to happen. And if he gets convicted, he's found guilty, they're going to tear him a new one in prison. They're going to tear him a fucking new ass in prison, bro. So if you get found guilty, make sure when you go to prison, you go in there calling them people niggas. Tell them they're chimping out. And then, Twitter got to be the most racist. Don't get me wrong, there's racists on every app. But Twitter don't have no fucking rules. So people on Twitter, if you don't run into racist people on Twitter, I'm
Somebody get him a banana. He's chimping out.
Come on over here and chimp out. He chimping out. He said, "What's the?"
You bunch of civilians thought y'all knew how court worked, and y'all thought that emotions are more important than facts. I told y'all Chud the Builder was gonna come out. I told y'all. It's nothing like, bro didn't break no rules, to be honest with you.
As of the making of this video, Chud the Builder has not been released. So I don't know who the civilians you're talking about, but you're clearly talking about yourself. You don't know anything. And I can tell you've never been to jail or been bonded out, because even if he does make bond, he's still not released. First off, that $1 million bond that was set, that bondsman is going to want something close to $1 million. It's not just 10%. After you pay that 10%, which you don't get back, they're going to want something more to get them closer to $1 million, either a house for collateral or more money. And let's just say he's able to make bond, either for himself or somebody does it for him. When he gets out, he has to wear a GPS ankle monitor. He can't publicly talk about the case. He can publicly talk about his innocence, but he can't talk about his case. He can't be on social media. All his weapons have been seized. And because his bond is so high, his bondsman is probably not going to allow him to leave the county that he's in. And because of the fact that everybody knows he can't have weapons, he's probably safer in jail. Even if he makes bond, he still won't be released because he will practically be on house arrest. So my advice to you, man, stop talking about things on the internet you don't know nothing about and go take care of your son. You over here cooning on the internet for people that will harass you. What's your son gonna think when he grows up and see a video of you cooning and defending a racist? Just look at yourself. You over here celebrating, I told you guys, he's gonna be free. He can harass me. Like, come on. I tell you, man, we in some wild times, but y'all let me know what y'all think. I'll see you on the next one.
Update on the racist streamer Chud the Builder. He went to court today, and man, the judge basically told him, you can't use any of that money that you raised to bond yourself out of jail. The judge decided to be nice and take off $250K off his $1.25 million bail, so now he got to pay $1 million. But that's when the judge agreed with the DA, stating that, yeah, he can't use any of that money that he raised on GoFundMe or the Singo app. And if somehow he was miraculously able to bond out, he still has some strict rules. He has to have an ankle monitor on him at all times. He's not allowed to do interviews. He's not allowed on social media no more. And he must surrender all weapons that he has in his possession. Where are all those people that said that we don't know anything, that the judge was gonna let him go free at his next hearing? Yeah, it don't look like bro going free. Aiden Ross already say he not paying bro bail. Bro is not gonna have that collateral for that, to get that 10% for that $1 million. Only thing that's missing is them putting him in general population. That's what we got. That's what we want to see. What do you guys think about this whole situation? Is Chud?
Boy, Chud the Builder's so cooked. He has no idea. I would love to be in that courtroom when the prosecutor starts pulling up videos of what he's out there doing. I could just see the judge. Exceptional sentence, max amount. I've seen enough. Like, you're fucked, dude. And on the other side of things, a good lawyer might be able to make that premeditated with how much fucked up shit is on video, on social media from that guy. Like, what you think was gonna happen, bro? You ain't untouchable, and now you're going to prison where you're definitely touchable. You ain't got a gun no more. Now look at you, stupid.
That Chud the Builder guy is going to prison, and I don't have a doubt in my mind that that's going to happen, because what y'all have to understand is, first off, self-defense is already very hard to prove. In most states, in order for you to claim self-defense, you have to, one, prove that you are not the aggressor, and that you fear for your life, and that you attempted to get away, and that you did not provoke the situation. Notice I'm saying and not or, because if any of those claims fail, you do not have a case for self-defense. When Chud the Builder is talking to the police, he told the police that he approached them. That part alone already disproves his self-defense claim. And I'm sure that there's video evidence of this whole situation, but even if there wasn't, all they have to do is go to social media and look up the 1,000 videos of him, and they will be able to tell exactly what happened. They'll be able to tell that Chud the Builder was the aggressor. They'll be able to tell that Chud the Builder provoked the situation. They'll be able to tell that Chud the Builder wanted this to happen. Because not only has he done it before, he's outright said that he couldn't wait for it to happen. And lastly, and most importantly, he has to prove that he feared for his life, which he's not going to be able to do. Because if you're scared for your life, why would you continue doing the thing that you're scared of and recording yourself doing it multiple times? Oh, and don't forget, the victim is still alive, and we have not heard his side of the story. So the victim and the prosecutor, they have all the cards right now. I am actually surprised that they didn't upgrade this to premeditated, but it's GG's for Chud, y'all.
Chud the Builder will be fine. He will not go to prison for the rest of his life. He'll be out easily, and he'll have no issues beating these charges, is what I would say if I was delusional.
They taking you to jail.
Chud the Builder, a man I had no idea existed 72 hours ago, is now sitting in prison with a $1.25 million bond for attempted murder. And I haven't really seen anyone celebrating this. Like, everyone's been really calm about it. Really sad that such an upstanding citizen is no longer a part of civilized society. By way of background, Chud the Builder is what people call a nuisance streamer, and it's literally what it sounds like. They go out, they harass people, they annoy people, they say literally anything to get that person to react. And by harass people, I mean black people. And by say literally anything, I mean the N-word. If you don't know what happened, long story short, he approaches a black man in Clarksville, Tennessee, and he allegedly starts walking away, but says something like, "Are you gonna chimp out?" The man, according to reports, starts hitting him. By the way, we don't even know if that's what happened, okay? Have we heard from the victim since he got out of surgery? What exactly went down? Isn't Chud a streamer? Release the stream. That should answer any questions. But what we do know happened is Chud shot the man, and he also shot himself in the arm. Yes, he cheddar bobbed himself. Now, a lot of people online are saying, oh, well, it was self-defense. Was it? Here's my thing. You walk around with a gun and pepper spray on purpose. You go out and provoke people on purpose. You entice them on purpose. You want them to come at you on purpose so that you can shoot them, at least that's the argument the prosecution is going to make. But you know what, guys? You're right. If you are a Chud the Builder fan, I am probably reaching. I mean, it's not like there's tweets and videos of him saying that he cannot wait to harm someone. Oh, wait. It is going to be an uphill battle to convince a jury that he was justified in letting off multiple shots and shooting the black man, even if we take it at face value, that he was scared when he was getting punched in the face, I'm sure, right? But do you then pull out a gun and shoot someone and fire off multiple shots? I don't know. And there could definitely be someone on the jury who's like, well, if somebody was punching me, I mean, I would shoot them too. And that person could find Chud not guilty, sure. But I think it's also just as likely for someone to say, if you walk up to me with the purpose of provoking me and you get the reaction that you asked for, why do you then get to say, no, wait, judge, help me. If you wanted this, you got this. It's the natural progression of your actions. It's literally the consequences of your actions. I don't see how it can end anywhere else for these nuisance streamers, and I'm trying not to be a Karen about this. I just don't see how we can continue to function as a society where people get views for harassing other people who are just trying to exist. Like, beyond saying the N-word and what happened in this case, you could literally just be a mom going to Walmart with your kids and you're gonna get harassed by a nuisance streamer and all of a sudden you're going viral. Like, I don't know what needs to be done, but I don't see how we can continue like this, class. Anyway.
So ladies and gentlemen, before we even get back to our video, I would like us to know that we are reacting to how the internet feels about this situation, yeah? And how they really see how it involves them. So these are real reactions from people outside the social media. As you can see, the videos have been made after his arrest. And apparently people, after his arrest, the news spread so quickly, yeah? Others were waiting for this. It's like they're waiting for the whole year. Yeah, the whole year people have been waiting for such a moment because you've seen people celebrating. Yeah, others are really happy for his arrest because why would you go outside insulting people, especially the black community? Yeah, going around calling them words, and whenever people get to you, you start pulling up your guns and, or rather, showing them that you have something, your assault, near you. Yeah, and you know this guy is going to get too much trouble redeeming himself from this, having in mind from what he has been seen doing, the videos that he has been seen making outside here. And so guys, people who are outside here digging through the live streams, moments, the argument that this guy had with other black fellow people, yeah, they went through the live streams, dug through the videos that he had posted, like they were waiting for this moment. Yeah. And once the social media really realized that karma has finally caught up with you, oh, it's just so done for you. Trust me, you. Yeah. And this is such a situation whereby you, brother Chad, was just around doing his live streams. Yeah. Going insulting people, forgetting that real life has consequences. And these are the consequences because right now he has a $1.25 million bond fee and it was reduced to rather 1 million. And one thing that is funny, guys, after being racist, you will find people that are fans watching his channel, that people are sitting down to see this mediocrity. Yeah. Watching him going around bothering the black community. Yeah. People would watch him to a point that right now he has been arrested. He started a GoFundMe and people went ahead and started donating their money to him for his bond. You can imagine. That's how racists they support racists. Yeah. You find people doing a donation to almost 100,000 USDs, man. That's how they support this racism amongst them. And one thing also I've seen people questioning is they will see him doing his live streams, but where were the fellow white people to just stop him from whatever he's doing? Yeah, to stand against whatever he's doing. There was no one seen around him telling him, bro, you need to stop this. No. Which is so wrong, man. Until the blacks complain is when you can see others doing the same complaints. Yeah. Right now, the comments are wilding up. People are making this like a stand-up comedy, man. Reminding him of how he used to do bad doing his live stream, going around abusing the blacks. Yeah. Right now, it's finally catching up to him. The consequences are back to where this started. Yeah. But guys, on a serious note, this is an example of how the internet personalities, yeah, build platforms out of outrage, yeah, and confrontation, because controversy brings views. Always controversy is going to bring views. That's how these personalities end up creating channels like that. And the problem is eventually creators, they start believing that they are untouched. They always start believing that they are untouched because the internet always rewards extreme behavior. Like Chad's behavior, this was an extreme thing, and you will find him getting hundreds of thousands of likes from this. That's how the internet behaves, guys. People watch chaos and the clips go viral. Apparently. Instead of the media pulling down such, we're living in a world that right now they will post video that is racist and it will gain much views and comments. This is why situations like this become bigger right now. Yeah? Online influence and how rage bait culture affects the people. And honestly, the black social media has a different way of reacting to things like this. Yeah, you won't find them doing jokes like this Chad was doing. Instead of sitting around angry all day, they make comedy out of it, man. They made a comedy out of it. Others were laughing. Yeah, that's why the internet really feels like a roast session right now. But anyway, what do you think, guys? What do you think? Do you think that the internet is going overboard with this roasting for Chad? Is it really going overboard, or he is receiving what he deserves? Yeah. Do you think that he is receiving whatever he deserves from this roast, or the internet is just overreacting about it? So let's comment down. Let's talk. Let's understand all these situation. Yeah. Let's engage down on the comments, and also remember to push the subscribe button, share the video, and also give it a thumbs up. Until the next one, peace.